4 minutes early on a Wrestle Kingdom. Let me start the recording. 4 minutes early on a Wrestle Kingdom weekend here on the Social Suplex Podcast Network. I am here with All Things Elite, Floyd Johnson. Floyd, how are you doing?
I am doing well. Unlike many of my counterparts or colleagues, I am. This is my
Used?
norm. Huh?
You
You can.
used to this?
I'm used to this. This is my normal schedule. This is like the once or twice a year that working overnights actually
Works out.
works out because it's usually this time in Dominion. I'm just like everyone's like, "Oh, I got to stay up late," and I'm like,
Bruh.
this is 3 o'clock in the morning is like 3 o'clock in the afternoon for me.
Yeah, it's not that for me. I survived night one with just 2 cups of coffee and lots of decaf iced tea, and didn't think that was enough, so I got 5 energy drinks and only drank 3 of them.
Well, I was telling people that uh, failing to prepare is preparing to fail. So to make sure you got a nap and had at least 2 energy drinks ready.
Yeah, I got a nap in around. I got my sleep January 4th around 8 to 11, and then I got my nap in from 1 to 3. And then I watched some football.
Yeah, I stayed up to watch the Patriots game. Finished that. I
That
mean,
Bills game was
actually,
bizarre.
let me tell you, the first game is what I finished because it went into overtime,
Yes.
and I finished that game. I slept and then woke up to watch the last quarter of the Patriots game.
That Bills Texans game was bizarre.
It was bizarre because the Bills were comfortable, and then the Texans got up and they had they were on the other 30 with like a minute left, and somehow it still went to the overtime. Texans covered to 2.5, so I was very happy.
You bet the Texans?
I bet the Texans.
And what did you bet on the Patriots game?
I bet the Patriots.
So you still got the Patriots winning,
Yeah, I
but
I had
but
yeah.
the dynasties. Oh no, you didn't because they weren't able to hold the 1 point lead.
They were not. See, the Patriots lost, and that hurt my soul because I bet on the Patriots to win. I just thought Tom Brady in Foxborough was a slam dunk.
Yeah,
But the
betting expert
Titans,
Floyd Johnson here.
I was going to say Titans. Titans basically just pounded the ball and kept New England off the field.
Yep, that's what they did. Picks for tomorrow, real quickly before we go to Wrestle Kingdom.
Dalvin Cook is not 100% no matter what they tell you. He's going to be at best 80. He is the vocal point of the Minnesota Vikings offense, so I'm taking New Orleans plus the 8.5. And then the X game is basically a pick 'em because it's minus one for Seattle, and I'm going to go ahead and take Seattle because when I don't really know, I just take the best quarterback.
I may have to lower the quality of the stream. I don't know how to do that, so people will experience buffering.
Okay.
YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming, it says. And I'm like, what the fuck are you expecting here? It's audio. Some people do it with a blank screen. I'm not doing it with a blank screen, at least. I don't know what the fuck's going on. So, viewers in the chat, can you still hear us? If that's the case, if that's the case, then you'll buffer, but they'll still hear us. I'm recording this anyway, so
Okay.
we'll continue. And then I'll pick the Saints as well. I'm picking my Philadelphia Eagles because I'm from Philadelphia.
Philly's hot right now. Seattle is just one of those teams that Russell Wilson's one of those quarterbacks I don't bet against. He's just like, if it came down to it, I would probably just not bet because I've lost so much money betting against Russell Wilson.
Right. Oh, I now understand what you're saying, man.
Yeah, I've lost a lot of money betting against Russell Wilson. Like, seriously.
It's not buffering on my end, you know. There's like a little player on my end, and it's not buffering, so I don't know what the fuck's going on. And it looks like it's not buffering. I'll look at my phone. Technical difficulties here. It's Russell Wilson. Like, seriously. It's not buffering on my end. It's not buffering. It's not buffering, so I'll keep an eye on it. Because yeah. I'll keep an eye on it, so you don't bet against Russell Wilson.
I do not. I would do not. If I thought Seattle was going to lose like all the way, I would just probably abstain from betting because he has killed me so much.
How about Penn State basketball? My friend Beast Mike is an alumnus of Penn State, recent alumnus. They beat Iowa yesterday.
The Nittany Lions. They beat Iowa?
Yeah.
Is Iowa good?
Iowa's pretty good this year. They're 22nd in the country, and Penn State's 19th.
I am, as I've stated on here, a Florida State fan, and we beat Louisville yesterday.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Let's get to the wrestling.
Let's get to the wrestling. I got the schedule. I got the results in front of me. I'm ready to talk.
I have the results right on the screen as well. I'm going to get the Grapple consensus on my phone as well to get I have the Wikipedia consensus, which has the times and the who defeated who, but for the consensus, holy crap, Okada Naito's average rating, woof.
What's it, 5?
4.90.
Yeah, I mean,
144 ratings thus far. Their servers have been doing good for night 2.
Yeah, I had 2 5s this week, so I'm ready to definitely talk about both of those.
All right. I had 3 5s.
And most people did.
So, we have Wrestle Kingdom. First, we had a dark match. Mayu Iwatani and Arisa Hoshiki versus Hana Kimura and Julia, with Jungle Kiona and Konami ringside.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't show it, so all I see is the result.
Yes, but I saw some photos. From what I heard from the live reaction, they did get a nice reaction. Looks like they gave him some time. This time it's supposedly 9:04. Longer than than the 2 pre-show matches. Longer than 3 of the show matches on the main show. So they gave the Stardom girls a lot of time.
Yeah, I found out they weren't legally allowed to show the match on the stream on NGP.
Right, because of TV contracts.
Yeah, and it sucked because I was really looking forward to that match. I've never seen a Stardom match. I guess I'm going to have to use someone's Stardom login to check out one.
Yes. Then we had the pre-show proper. We had Toa Henare, Carl Fredericks, Clark Connors, and Alex Coughlin, the LA Dojo Boys, versus Great Bash Hero of Togi Makabe, Tomoaki Hanma, Yota Tsuji, and Yuri Uemura. God, don't let Vince McMahon see Yota Tsuji.
He's a hoss, isn't he?
He is a hoss, man. That was my
Yeah.
first thought. And then my second thought was Carl Fredericks is a boss.
Yeah, Carl Fredericks is. I saw Voices of Wrestling tweeted out he'll be main eventing the Tokyo Dome in 5 years. He say, but they said to pin the tweet. I am very impressed with him. I like to see he has the look, he has the talent. I like to see him with
And
this is
then
one
they
of those.
retweeted it later and they said Makabe bumped for him, so scratch that, 3 years.
It's just one of those. He's one of those people you look at, and he looks like he has everything, but the New Japan process is so long. Dude hasn't, really went to excursion and got his character yet. So I'm
Yeah, we
waiting to
don't
see
know.
what he.
We don't
Yeah,
know.
we're waiting
But
to
he
see what he's going to
seems
be.
like they're doing things with him that other young lions don't get.
Yes, absolutely.
Especially in the World Tag League.
And that's your first sign that they believe in you is when they let you do more as a young boy.
Yes, so the LA Dojo Boys and Hanare. Hanare got the pin was it Yamura?
Yeah, Tsuji. He pinned Tsuji, actually.
He pinned Tsuji in 7:36.
With the Toa bottom. I was going to give Toa some very much props. That dude's been in the gym. He is looking amazing. He might actually start getting a little few more wins this year.
Yeah, he might get some more wins this year, and it's good for him. Good for him. I gave this match a flat 3 stars.
Yeah, I mean, it's what you get when you get the young boys. 3 stars, definitely.
Unfortunately, we get the old guys. Tenkoji of Hiroyoshi Tenzan and Satoshi Kojima defeating Yuji Nagata and Manabu Nakanishi. And God, Manabu Nakanishi tried, but he couldn't move.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things. This is something that happens in New Japan that doesn't happen in other companies, really, because, as far as other major companies, most of these people would not be wrestling on TV. But, he did what he could. It was a good pre-show match.
Yeah, I gave it 2 stars.
Yeah, I think I gave it 2.25 or 2.5. 2.5 is like my mid of mid.
Yeah, that's everyone's mid of mid.
Yeah, so 2.5. That's what I stick with.
And then we had the first of 2 Jushin Liger retirement matches. Naoki Sano, Shinjiro Otani, Tetsuhito Takeyawa, and Raisuke Taguchi with Kuniaki Kobayashi defeating Jushin Thunder Liger, Tatsumi Fujinami, the Great Sasuke, Tiger Mask with El Samurai Norio Hanaga as referee.
Yeah.
This was a blast.
It was really fun. Now, I can say I am not a student of Japanese wrestling, so I knew a lot of these names, but I had never seen them work. But what they were able to do at the age they were, it was pretty freaking remarkable.
Naoki Sano. Let's give props to Naoki Sano, man.
So I definitely enjoyed this.
Especially on night 2. We'll get to it in night 2 when Naoki Sano really showed up. Great Sasuke is a lunatic. Taking that apron bump.
Yes.
Like flopping in like at Weekend and Bernie's.
Yeah, and Taguchi getting the win. We were the people in the gallery were a little shocked over that one.
I wasn't so shocked. I thought Otani would get the win over Liger, but Taguchi is a good choice because he's a roster member.
Yeah, I thought Liger might get the win in his second to last match and then take the L in his last match. Yeah.
But this was an 8:52.
Yeah.
Taguchi hit the Dodon. Suzuki-gun of Zack Sabre Jr., Minoru Suzuki, Taichi, El Desperado defeats Los Ingobernables de Japón, Sonata, Evil, Shingo, and Bushi by submission.
Yes, the Zack Sabre Jr. taps out Bushi with the Jim Breaks armbar. It was a New Japan 8-man tag match.
It was.
I mean, that's what it was.
I rated it 2.75.
Yeah, I gave it to Gentleman's 3. No, it was just like it wasn't horrible. It was just what you
I
expect.
wasn't so kind to the next match.
Okay.
Chaos of Hiroki Goto, Tomohiro Ishii, Toriano, and Yoshihashi versus defeated Bullet Club of Kenta, Bad Luck Fale, Yujiro Takahashi, and Chase Owen with Pierre Tur.
So yeah, again,
Average.
average, boring. I gave it 2.5.
I gave it
I mean,
2.5 too.
it was like you just gotta. It was one of those ones you just had to get through. It's like, okay, let's get through this and let's get to the real wrestling.
And the grapple consensus on it was 2.68 on that with 425 ratings, and 2.35 with 406 ratings. So we're right on the money here. Then we have Gorillas of Destiny versus Finjuice. I really enjoyed this match.
I did. You know, the tag team division.
I gave this a flat 4.
You gave it a flat 4. I went 3.75. I thought this was a really good tag match, and the title change is needed because very ironic to say that the tag team division in New Japan lacks juice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with that, Juice and David Finlay being the champions, you give a hot babyface tag team to carry the belts. And of course, God are going to always chase them. So hopefully we can maybe get some other tag teams in there and change the tag team division for the better.
Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully they book the tag team division better in 2020. But probably not.
It's not a focal point. That is not their bread and butter. That is not what they think is drawing money.
Yeah. And you think Gato would stress tag team wrestling since he's a territory guy, since he loves territory wrestling, but he's not. Average, I'm way above the mark on this, 3.17 with 487 ratings on Grapple.
Yeah, I was above too, but I definitely love that 3 points. I thought it was really good.
And then Lance Archer, Jon Moxley. Holy fuck, they killed each other.
Oh, yes. Now, to me, this is when the show, like, I know the tag team match was good. This is when the show started. And Lance Archer with his murder hawk, and Moxley is the coolest man on the planet. Yes. They looked at each other and they said, we're going to hurt each other and we're just going to be okay with it. Like everything, the chairs from the very beginning. He hit the what's Lance Archer's finisher called, where he goes over the head?
EBD claw.
Not the EBD claw. It was the one he used before that. Oh man, I hate when my brain goes blank like this. But he did that slam on top of chairs.
Oh, right. I can look it up.
Yeah, his old finisher. He did that on top of the chairs, and Moxley barely.
Wikipedia doesn't have the moves thing anymore. Fuck.
It does not. And I can't remember what it was called, but he did that, and I was like, oh my god, I thought he was actually going to get the win. But you know, Moxley, like I said, coolest person on the planet. Everything he does looks legit. He did that he did the paradigm shift or the Death Rider, depending on what organization you're in. And he did it off the apron through the table. I was like, oh, this match is over. And that's how it ended. It was amazing.
Yeah, it was pretty amazing.
Yeah, and the best thing about this, and I did not mean to cut you off, I apologize. The best thing about this match is that it only went 14 and a half minutes. I think when you go all out brawl matches, that's about as long as it should go. Yeah. And I thought this match was perfectly timed and ended with a definitive winner.
I went 4.5 on Grapple. I should adjust it to 4.25. That's what I went on my spreadsheet. So I'm
I went to people might get tired of us agreeing, but I went 4.25 on this match.
Yep. And then we have Will Ospreay versus Hiromu Takahashi.
Oh my God!
Good lord, good fucking lord.
Yes, they had this one transition where Will Ospreay got him on the outside of the ring, and then he did a tope and landed on his feet because he missed. Then Hiromu tried to throw him back in the ring, and then he landed on his feet again, and then came back with a Sasuke special. I was like, I couldn't breathe.
And apparently he broke his heel during that sequence.
Oh my God. Because you're not supposed to be able to do that. Those are inhuman moves. Your body is not, your body eventually says, you know what? You are human. Because that is the natural reaction of any normal person trying to pull that off. They would break something.
Yeah, his ankle sort of turned if you look closely in the landing.
And then he went the rest of the match like nothing happened. He hit that.
He had so much poise.
Yeah, hit the shooting star express that looked prettier than anything I've ever seen. They had he
and
got
the strength. Adrenaline's one hell of a drug.
Yeah, Hiromu's neck held up because he took that hidden blade like a champ.
God, that hidden blade looked too good because my suspension of disbelief was sort of taken aback by his sudden burst of offense.
Yes, and I love he tried to do it 2 times before, and Hiromu felt him coming and knew to dive. And he did catch him with the Oz Cutter, but he didn't catch him with the Super Oz Cutter. But he caught him with the Oz Cutter. It looked good. Like that transition when he hits the Oz Cutter, lands, and then floats over right into the pinfall. It's Will Ospreay does stuff every match that no one else in the world can do, and it's just beautiful.
Hiromu has that charisma, has that it factor.
Oh yeah, Hiromu. He made sure he was 100% before he came back because I tell you, you couldn't tell if he missed a step in this match. This match was damn near perfect for me. Hiromu's new finisher,
He's
which
calling
is called
it Time Bomb 2.
Time Bomb 2. And I went 4.75 on this.
I went the full 5. I know what spot it is. Everyone's giving it on Twitter.
Yes, I just
the drop kick.
See, with me, it wasn't that. The closing sequence, even though great, I thought it was a little too definitive for me. It was just like Hiromu just was on top.
That's what did it for you. That
4.75 it was just he just won, and it was like in the 2 matches that I gave 5s. As we get to them, it was just the closing sequence, even down to the last 30 seconds. You really didn't know who was going to win.
Correct.
Yeah, so I thought it was a really, really, 4.75. I'm like, it's damn near perfect.
It's match of the year.
Yeah, so it's like, it's in the notebook. I will be talking about it at the end of the year. Maybe
spreadsheet.
Yeah, the junior match of the year. So it was an amazing match.
It's right at 4.75 in Grapple, 644 ratings. It's averaging at 4.75.
Yeah, and like I said, I will not argue anyone that gave it a 5. I will not. It was just my personal everything, It was 4.75.
Jay White versus Naito. What do you think? Character match, but I love this match.
They were a character match. I love the match. I love Jay White's style of storytelling more than I love Naito's. But the first 10 to 15 minutes, literally everybody in the room was about to fall asleep. So I still thought it was a great match. I went 4.25.
I went 4.75 because the finishing sequence was so out of this world that it was undeniable.
Yes, I really had no idea who was gonna win it. I was like the world. I
The
was
first like
thinking,
7 minutes was like that for me.
yeah,
After
had
they
to wake up,
started working on the ankle, then it got into gear for me.
I had to wake up my friends, so they were like, "Oh my god, I can't take this." And I understand it's pro wrestling, and I love the slow build up. It just it was almost it was
It didn't
like
need to be 33-54.
yeah, it was that
If
fine
it,
line between slow and too slow.
yeah, I agree, but still fantastic.
Still fantastic match. Naito hitting his Destino to win the match. It was great. He did not. Everybody wanted him to kick out of the Blade Runner. That was kind of like
They were
a
protecting it.
subplot that we kept hearing. They still protected the move. He didn't kick out.
No, no, and I think that's for a bigger moment.
Yep, I agree.
Kazuchika Okada Kota Ibushi. And that is averaging Jay White Tetsuya Naito at 3.96 with 596 ratings on Grapple.
Okada versus Ibushi.
39-16 of the best pro wrestling I've seen until tonight.
I personally thought this was the match of the weekend. I gave it a 5. I went to full 5, and I had no doubt in my mind.
I
Ibushi,
thought Okada Naito was a little better, but I could see why you thought this was.
I think what pushed it for me is Murder Coda.
Murder Coda is a real thing.
That's that 2-minute sequence when he was just beating the shit out of Okada. It got uncomfortable. It was like
Yeah.
everyone's looking like there's no way he pulled that punch. He just punched him. You know?
That uncomfortable. I thought he was going to pull out Murder Coda for the whole Jay White match.
Yes.
Yeah. We'll get to that later, but I thought he was going to pull out Murder Coda for the Jay White match, but I'm glad he didn't.
Yeah, I was on the edge of my seat for Murder Coda and what it took to beat Ibushi. I think he gave him 4 or 5 rainmakers. It was
it was ridiculous. 2 tombstones.
2
3 tombstones. 1 on the apron, too.
Yeah. So he took the and then what was the move off the top? It wasn't a Tiger Driver. What was it off the top that Coda hit on him?
Oh, the German suplex.
Yeah, and it was just oh my god, it was the best wrestling. If there was only one night of Wrestle Kingdom and it ended with this match, I would have been fine with Wrestle Kingdom. But guess what? We get a whole nother night of it. I mean, Makoto Ibushi gave it his all, and in almost like Kenny Omega, his first time against Okada in the main event of Wrestle Kingdom, he comes up short.
Right. And I want to give a shout out to Kevin Kelly, Chris Charlton, Gino Gambino, and Rocky Romero for pulling off a 4-man team. That is not easy for them to stumble upon each other, to do all that shit, to pull out history, to fill in all the gaps, and to shout out many people. That's not easy.
Yeah, they shouted out a lot of people we are familiar with on wrestling Twitter.
Yes.
Yeah, and
I saw Andrew Rich notice that, and I had to notice that as well.
There was a part where Coda just kicks, gives Okada a kick to the head, and Gambino sold it like it was the worst thing ever. And it was just like, I love when announcers mark out for moves. I just love it.
Yeah, it sells the suspension of disbelief.
Yes.
So we go to night 2, but did you think night 1 was better than night 2?
Night 1
had higher peaks.
It had a higher peak, and it just had the benefit of my 365 days of anticipation. Night 2, I'd already seen a night of great wrestling, So it was like I was excited for the next night, but I'd already seen a night of great wrestling. It didn't have the benefit of my anticipation.
Right. Right.
So
And
I don't
also,
know
I
if
thought night 2 was more consistent.
yeah, in the last 4 matches of night one were all like 4 stars and all classics. I
Last
wouldn't say
5 for
that.
me. Last 5 for me.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that same thing. I don't
It
feel
was the
like.
last 2.
Yeah, it was the last two. It did not finish as strong.
Right. But night 2, nonetheless, we go to the gauntlet match for the never openweight champion, 6-man tag team championship. Los Ingobernables de Japón, Evil, Shingo, and Bushi defeat most violent players, Togi Makabe and Toriano and Ryusuke Taguchi. Chaos of Tomohiro Ishii, Yoshihashi, and Robbie Eagles. Suzuki-gun of Taichi, El Desperado, and Yoshinobu Kanemaru, and Bullet Club of Bad Luck Fale, Yujiro Takahashi, and Chase Owens. This went 23-23. I did not make that up, by the way.
Oh, really? Yeah.
This went 23-23.
It was a bunch of
Shout
6 men.
out to the person that liked this video, by the way. Whoever
Hey,
did.
shout out. It was a bunch of 6 man matches.
Yeah, it was boring.
It got everybody on. It got everybody on the card.
And Robbie
You know,
Eagles had a bunch of shine in this match. So
he did. I think Of course,
I
it's
think
clear.
that's important.
Yeah, he's the future Chaos Junior. He's that guy when Will Ospreay goes on to the next level. So that was good. I actually on my previews I called Lij winning just because I was hoping for the golden roll call at the end of the show.
But we'll get to it later.
Somebody ruins my life.
We all ruin lives sometimes. Hiromu Takahashi and Ryu Lee defeat Jushin Liger and Naoki Sano with Yoshiaki Fujiwara. Your reaction.
Yeah, I did not know.
Naoki Sano was really good in this match.
He really was. He hit a double drop kick. I did not know this Fujiwara was the Fujiwara armbar, so that was a nice piece of information.
Yes, I knew that going in, so that was a nice touch. Their mentor. He's the scariest looking 70-year-old you could ever see. And
yes.
He can fucking stretch you for days.
Absolutely. It's just like I would not want to be in that dude's grasp because me being 30 years younger than him, I don't think there's anything I could do about it. They did tease the whole rivalry between Takahashi and Ryu Lee. Takahashi, when coming in the ring, and Ryu Lee was opened up the rope for him. Just he didn't have his
and
normal.
Ryu Lee had the ROH World Television Championship and it was barely mentioned. LOL.
Yes, and he had his Liger tribute mask on, which was really cool. But yeah, this match went as a lot of people thought it was gonna go. They teased Liger getting the pin, and then Takahashi hit time bomb, dropped Liger in Liger's last match, and that's kind of how he wanted to go out. He wanted to go out getting pinned by the junior champion.
Yes. He went out on his back.
And just like Jushin Liger, a gentleman and a professional, he went out like he was taught to go out, when he was trained. How all the legends were taught to go out. You go out on your back. And he did.
For the first match, I gave 2.5. The average was 2.62 on 78 ratings. The Jushin Liger retirement match, 3.19 on 147 ratings. I gave 3 stars to.
I gave that also 3 stars.
Stars don't fucking matter in this fucking instance.
Yes.
It's a million stars for the moment. And speaking of the moment, yikes! Of all the times New Japan World decides to crash,
Yeah. They were a victim of their own timing. The show started at 11 p.m. So what that meant is a lot more people in America
Could
were
see
going to
it.
be up to watch it.
And 9 p.m. Pacific, too.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was a lot more reasonable time. So they were just gonna, they just got
I gutted
flooded
it out.
with,
I gutted it
yeah,
out today.
they got flooded with a lot of U.S. people trying to access the stream, and it sucked. And everybody's like, do better, but
But
there's no
they couldn't
way.
do better. They
Yeah,
couldn't.
there's no way. There was no way to predict that. If we didn't crash it last night, most people think
No, we
you'd
didn't
have.
crash it last night. No, it
Yeah,
didn't happen.
you think
It
you
was
think it would be
perfect
less.
last night.
You would think it would be less people watching it tonight, but because of the time,
And
a
because of
lot more people.
Jericho. And because
Yeah,
of.
yeah. Jericho, the stipulation, and the double title, you just had more people staying up to watch it.
We'll get into the attendance numbers and everything like that after we get into the main event. Because there are some thoughts I have with that. Roppongi 3K showing you with Rocky Romero defeat Bullet Club with Taiji Ishimori and El Fantasma. I was a little disappointed.
I thought it was a very entertaining match. The whole things with the cup thing and Rocky telling that story, I was interested in. I went 3.5 on the
I went
match.
3.5 too, but I wanted Bullet Club to retain.
I figured
I'm
showing you.
tired of Roppongi 3K winning the Super Junior Tag League every year and fucking winning at Wrestle Kingdom.
I think this was the last year of it. I mean, it's just a gut feeling. I'm not going on inside information or anything, but I think they've done all they can.
Yep. And Show needs to be a big player in the junior division.
Yeah, I love their finisher. I've never seen it before. Tribute to the Lucha Bros, the package pile driver with the double stump.
And that match averaged a 3.39 with 123 ratings. Zack Sabre
Yes,
Jr. versus Sonata. I gave this a 3.75. Good grappling.
I I love their matches. I went for just because I love the style of match. I know I'm probably the high one on that one, but I just
No,
love.
you're with the consensus, honestly. 3.82.
Yeah, I love how they move and it's so fluid. And even when they go into those pin transitions, it looks like they're trying to pin each other. It doesn't not it's not just like it doesn't look like a dance. It looks like each of them are trying to pin each other and I'm caught up in it and it's just as it moves just as fast as like a junior heavyweight match where there's a lot of flips and stuff. I enjoy that just as much as I enjoy this.
Yes, so. Then we have Hiroki Goto defeat. No, I mean Juice Robinson losing to John Moxley.
I went 3.5 on this.
I went 2 3/4.
I mean, it was entertaining. Again, it really was like a no DQ match, and it was short, which is what I want from my no DQ matches. And I like that it was definitive. He hit him with the Death Rider, then hit him with the other. Hit him with another one, the elevated Death Rider, and just beat him. It wasn't.
Yeah,
There was no.
it wasn't much fanfare. I thought it would be much more than that.
It was building more to what happened after the match.
I thought there would be much more fanfare to it.
Yeah, after the match,
Though, though after the match, we got the fanfare.
we got the fanfare. We hear a music hit, and you hear the start, and you're like, no, it's not him.
Oh
Then
God!
Castandy Hare, yes.
I flippin' jumped out of my seat. I was like, yes, thank
Yes.
God.
Yes, Moxley, when he first got released from the WWE, he said he wanted to fight Minoru Suzuki. When he was going after Lance Archer in the World Tag League, the first thing he did when he went in is he dropped Minoru Suzuki with Death Rider. And that's all it took to piss off Minoru Suzuki, who not only came to the ring, he took off his clothes and he came out in the ring ready to fight. He was like,
It was a gotch.
the announcers were teasing like it was going to be for the U.S. title, but it was
match.
It was.
That would have been a thing. That would have been a thing.
But yeah, they just battled and forearmed each other, and of course Moxley had just fought a match, so of course Suzuki got the.
Kenta just tweeted, by the way, "Hey world, here I am."
Who?
Kenta.
Oh really? Yes, that's awesome. And then Gotch style piledriver dropped Moxley on his head and walked out the ring. The sale job for Moxley after this, fighting the young boys because he didn't know where he was at or who he was fighting, and like he didn't know what just happened to him. I thought was beautiful. Minoru Suzuki versus John Moxley. Take all my money. Take it all.
Take it all.
You can have all. You can just have
inject that in my veins.
Yes. I mean, because let me tell you, that's going to be a fight. It's not going to be a wrestling match.
Yeah, it's going to be a fight. Next match, Hiroki Goto defeats the aforementioned Kenta.
Yeah, he beat Kenta. I was hoping Kenta won. I'm not a Bullet Club boy, but I am Bullet Club adjacent. I do root for a lot of people in the Bullet Club, and Hiroki Goto is Hiroki Goto. He's like the most consistent.
He's Dolph Ziggler of New Japan Pro Wrestling.
He's consistent, and he's the 100-time never open champion or whatever. And he'll probably fight with Tomohiro Ishii. No, I'm just kidding. It's just he's always there. So
you know what? It will be a good title reign.
He beat him with the
Goto
GTR.
Will bring it.
Yeah, he will. Because
whenever he has that title, he always brings it.
He always brings it. But what did I go on that one? I think I went 3 1/4 on it.
I went 3 3/4 on it.
3 3/4. Yeah.
3.88 is the consensus on Grapple.
It was a very, very physical, strong style match.
And then Jay White, Kota Ibushi. I did not connect with this match at all.
I am a Jay White fan. I don't like when Jay White fights Naito because they do a lot of the similar stuff and it really slows the match down. But when he's in somewhere with like Kota, Okada, Tanahashi, people that want to just fight, his stall tactics tell a story to me. This one I thought was a good match. I would not call it a great match. I think I went 3.75 on it, and I loved all the outside interference. You know, Kota being taken advantage of. You know, I loved it. I thought it told the perfect story. Jay White is the perfect piece of shit heel, and that's what he did that to a perfection tonight.
Yeah, and I still went 3.5 on it. It's not like I totally detested the thing. It's still very good in my eyes.
No, and I just checked my rating. I actually did go 4 on it. I went 4 on it.
3.66 was the consensus there.
Yeah.
Chris Jericho versus Hiroshi Tanahashi.
So, to a person that hosts an AEW podcast, this was my most anticipated match of the week. Yes. Let me tell you, the point of we went from not even saying AEW's name on the show to the AEW champion being announced and him wearing the AEW belt and a known stipulation of the match being if he won, he would get an AEW title shot and open the forbidden door. The fact that AEW was mentioned so much on Wrestle Kingdom meant everything to me. Like,
it was brilliant. It was brilliant marketing.
And it's clear that it's clear that something's going on. It something has been agreed upon because it was just too
fishy.
Yeah, it was just too upfront about AEW. It was like something they had mentioned for a year. They probably mentioned 20 times during this match. Jericho crushes the heart and soul of all AEW fans everywhere by tapping out Tanahashi with the Lion Tamer. It was not the Walls of Jericho. It was the Lion Tamer.
Yeah, it was a very good match. Two veterans going in there and putting on a
Oh,
clinic.
and I still hold best frog splash to me in history. I mean, I love the Eddies, but Tanahashi's is a weapon. It is it is
Yeah,
an
yeah, it's
aerial
violent.
assault.
Tanahashi's is violent. Eddie's was beautiful. Tanahashi's is violent.
Yes, when he hits you with that move, I don't expect you to get up. And the fact that he'll hit you out of every position, you'll be on your back and he'll hit you with it. It's great. And his dragon screw is a thing of beauty. I thought this match was the perfect match of how these two had to work against each other.
Yes. I
Yeah.
thought this was a brilliant match. 4.25 for me.
I went 4.25 also, so we were in line on that
This
one.
is fucking funny.
Yes. It was in line. It was like we were, we were watching the same match. It
Chris,
was great. But then Chris Jericho got the submission, and he won pretty definitively.
yeah.
You don't get too much more definitive than a tap out.
And
So
tapping out Hiroshi fucking Tanahashi in Tokyo
yeah,
Dome.
yes,
In his fucking building.
yes. I'm hoping Tanahashi comes and looks for revenge.
Yeah, so the consensus rating on Gravel was 4.14.
So yeah, we were right in line with what's
Oh,
there.
the grapple rating has gone up in the Tetsuya Naito defeating Kazuchika Okada. I went to full 5.
I went to full 5. It was sometimes in wrestling, doing what is expected is the right thing to do.
Yes.
And this was the emotional moment. There was a couple times where he hit that Rainmaker, and I literally thought Okada was going to win, and my heart dropped.
That
I
2.999 count, that
yes,
fucking scared me.
yes, my heart dropped. My heart almost broke for Naito, and the match wasn't even over yet. I was completely emotionally taken
I
by this match.
And that's why I liked this match more than Ibushi. I wasn't emotionally invested in Ibushi. I was more emotionally invested in Naito. And I'm
Yeah,
not the biggest Naito stan either.
yes. He hit
But
that
there's
running.
something about Naito that gets you invested in him.
Yeah, he hit the running Destino, and then he was going for the full one, and he almost reversed it into the tombstone. Then he dropped him with the Gloria, and I was just like, dude. It was just perfect storytelling. Then he finally hit the Stardust Press. He
And that
finally
was
hit it.
poetic. That was
That
poetic.
was that was poetic. And then he hits the Destino 1, 2, 3 in the middle of the ring. It was beautiful. And then that moment when he's on the mic and he says, "I want to do this again," and Okada gives him the fist, like the Destino fist, to say, "Yeah, we can definitely do this again." It was perfect storytelling, man. God, I'm like, it literally, like, I'm so amped still. Like, this happened. What? We're almost at an
2
hour and a
hours.
half ago, 2 hours ago. I am still amped up, like the
Yeah,
match
I
just
am so amped.
just like this was perfect storytelling. It was like
It was.
this is when great performance
This
and
is
perfect
why we watch pro
storytelling
wrestling.
meet together. Yeah, it is like, I don't know. It's New Japan is the best in-ring product in the world, and because that's what they care about. Their focus is putting on great matches, and they put on their best matches at their biggest show. And I don't know if the Japanese style of storytelling would work in America, but I love that I get to watch it a few times a year. I love it.
Yes, it was. But it's not Japanese style storytelling. It's not. It's old territory style storytelling done by Gato, a Hall of Fame booker.
Yes, and unfortunately,
Bow
I
down to the Hall of Famer, man.
yeah, I will
Kiss his
tell.
feet.
Yes. I will tell everybody that Attitude Era ruined American wrestling, even though I loved the Attitude Era while I was in it.
Yeah, Attitude Era did ruin American wrestling.
Because people, when they watch it, they don't know the patience of a 35-minute wrestling match anymore between two people.
No.
You know, just a great match. The story that it told, the triumph, the exhaustion, the
Because
pain, how
Vince
he was
Russo
working.
fucked it up. Fuck Vince
Okada went.
Russo.
Okada what went just he was a competitor and he went after that knee hard and he put him through that table and you know a lot of people would call that heel but it wasn't heel. He was just trying to win.
Being a
You
dick.
know?
He's
Yeah.
just being a dick.
Yeah, and it was just like
Layered
Okada went to a dark
storytelling.
place and Naito overcame it and that's wrestling.
Yup. And Naito. Oh my god. Oh.
Yeah. Yes, and so Naito gets the win, gets presented the double belts, right?
Yeah, gets presented. Then he does a little speech.
He does a little speech, says, you know, how happy he is. He's like, this is really good. And he says, are you ready for the roll call? And he says all the LIJ members' names. And then,
Gato has the balls.
yes, the moment people have been building for 3 years is ruined by who? The most hated man in Japanese wrestling,
Kenta.
Kenta.
Brilliant.
And he was a all caps heel. Now, let me tell you, as far as a storyline, I loved it.
They just booked. They just booked another money match. They just booked Wrestle Kingdom 15. They just sold out another dome. That's what they did in this angle.
But I will say this. This is the reason Floyd, the little 8-year-old Floyd that used to watch wrestling, hates face factions. Where the hell was his boys?
Maybe it'll get revealed tomorrow that somebody was holding the door.
Yes, because I was like, seriously, I was expecting all of them to sprint as hard as possible down there and Kenta to escape. I wasn't expecting an altercation. Kenta to escape, and then LIJ helped the boy out. I'm not saying prevent the attack.
Not do the roll call or anything. Just help the boy out.
It helped their boy out. Only person that came down was Bushi. I'm afraid. I was like, when it was Bushi
is a geek.
Yeah, I was like, Kenta could go back in and kick his ass too, if he wanted to. No, but it was just one of those. It was one of those minor things that I was like, I understand why it's done, because it's great storytelling and it makes your face strong or whatever. But it's just one of those things that made me always hate face factions, because if Jay White had gotten jumped, all 17 members of the Bullet Club would have been down there defending him. But when the face gets jumped, his guys seem to be conveniently not watching the monitor. Yeah. But it was brilliant. Right? And let me tell you, brilliant.
They booked the angle for Wrestle Kingdom 15.
Yes.
And we're on January 5th.
Yeah, they could.
Did you find it interesting that they didn't announce what they're doing for the Dome next year?
From what I understand, they said they had some surprises. The NJP Global said, you know what, we just didn't want to tell you everything, so they're going to roll it out slowly. I think we're going to get more G1 shows in America this year, though.
I think so. I hope one comes to Philadelphia.
You know what? I've never been to Philadelphia, but if one comes to Philadelphia, I might have to make that trip.
I am from Philadelphia, so I live in Philadelphia. I live in a suburb called Bryn Mawr, so we would have to meet up.
Yes, because I went to the G1 in Dallas, and that was one of the best experiences ever. Pure like Japanese wrestling in America, it was just really cool. So I imagine. Well, hold on. They're not on Access anymore, so they might not do Dallas again. But wherever they do, I will show up. I would love for them to go to Chicago because
Tampa.
good
Tampa.
old
They're not doing Tampa.
yeah.
God.
Yeah.
What venue would they run?
Yeah, they're doing one of the New Beginning shows or the New Japan America. They're doing one of those shows in Tampa. So Mr. Donovan will get to go see that,
Mr. Don. Oh, they're doing it at the Coliseum in St. Petersburg.
which is awesome.
So, and then
Huh?
we'll do the attendance number real quick. Evan
Okay.
Deadly's our source here is Evan Deadly Sins on Twitter at Evan Deadly Sins. Evan Deadly Sins W. I wanted to get his name right because he's the moderator of the Reddit page on New Japan and has the attendance number. So day one, they broke the 40,000 threshold. 40,008. Day two, 30,063. Total, 70,071.
That is those
Really
are great
impressive.
numbers. Really impressive numbers. I doubt they wouldn't want to do this again.
No. And they blew an Okada Naito match for 10,000 less fans.
Or they a lot of people assumed it was going to be Naito Okada, and Naito and Okada sold 70,000 tickets. You can look at it either way.
Yeah, I would rather look at it at the former way.
I was like, you can look at it either way. You can say that. I mean, I have been hearing that this main event was going to be Naito and Okada for 2 years. 2 years. And it ended up being it. And I know a lot of people signed up for Wrestle Travel and made the trip because they expected it to be Naito and Okada.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say all 70,000 people, but I know a lot of extra people that normally wouldn't have made the trip because of that.
Right.
So I don't know. They might have blew it, or they might have, this might have been the story. They might have gotten everything they wanted out of it.
But you're not getting 70,000 different people.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I don't know. It was I don't think it was anything but a financial success for them.
I think it's a financial success. If you try to spend any other way than success.
But yeah, I think they could have got another show out of it. Yeah, when I did my prediction show, I predicted Ibushi because what I said is what I would have done is had Ibushi beat Okada, then Naito beat Ibushi. Then Ibushi got his title run, and he got his one night title reign or whatever. And then I would have done everything to build to another dome show, maybe Dominion, and that would have been
And G1's in
Okada.
October this year because of the Olympics.
Yeah,
And they're going back to Ryogoku.
Because of the Olympics. Yeah, I am. I'm very excited about this. I'm very excited about this next year. I'm very super excited about Naito's title run. How long it's gonna be? Who his major challenges is gonna be?
It's gonna be.
Huh?
How long each reign's gonna be? Because they're not gonna unify the belts.
Correct. I think you should just give up the Intercontinental belt. I think they should do an Intercontinental tournament. Maybe the winner of the New Japan Cup.
That would be such a wimpy move, though, for Naito. Have him defend it like once or twice before he gives it up.
But the whole thing is, you beat the world champion.
Fuck the Intercontinental belt anyway. So.
Yeah. So I think he's gonna give it up, but I don't know. If he defends both, that's cool. I saw it in ROH with Jay Lethal, and I thought that was dope. But every other time I've seen it, you give up one of the belts.
That was a blast.
That was a blast. I'm very excited about New Year's Dash. I think you're gonna see some
You're gonna see
surprises.
some surprises. Yes, you are.
And I think you're gonna see some people from AEW. I made that prediction, and I'm sticking with it.
You're still sticking to it. Okay.
I'm still sticking with it. From what I understand, unless I've seen wrong, I've looked on Twitter, and there's certain people that haven't tweeted in quite a few days, and I think they might be
Young
making it.
Bucks,
Now,
Kenny Omega.
Ortiz and Santana.
Really? Oh,
They haven't.
shit.
They haven't tweeted in like 5 days. I'm not saying they're anywhere. They might just be taking a break from the internet, but I think we might see something.
That's funny.
Yeah. But neither one. I would check their Instagram, their Twitter. They haven't tweeted. Like I said, they might just be taking a break. This is the time of year you spend with your family. I don't know. But it got my mind turning. It got the wheels turning in my brain.
Floyd, your socials.
Yes, you can follow me on Twitter at Floyd Johnson Jr. or the show at AT Elite Pod. Me, Tiffany, and Amy record our show. Every Saturday. We alternate between Tiffany and Amy. This week we had Jeremy on doing an AEW theme review preview of New Japan Wrestle Kingdom. So I know you've already seen the show, but still check it out.
Yes, and Get in the Ring has taken a couple week hiatus because of the holidays. We'll be back at it this week, hopefully with a guest to review Wrestle Kingdom. Beast Mike will give his full thoughts, and this will be on the feeds on the socialsuplex.com, and Social Suplex has a new feed as well. So that's exciting. Shouldn't affect the back end, but I'm just so excited. And I just can't hide it.
Yeah, leave all your ratings and reviews for all the shows. We appreciate it.
Yes, for all the individual streams too. So
Yeah, definitely.
yes. So thank you. I'm gonna end the stream now.
All right.